everyone, welcome to our channel Biology for All. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw and label simple epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissues are classified into simple and compound. Simple epithelial tissues have one layer of cells present, whereas the compound epithelium shows the presence of many layers of cells. The simple epithelium is further classified on the basis of the shape of the cells. So here squamous has flat cells, whereas cuboidal epithelium has cube-like cells and columnar epithelium have column-like cells. The cuboidal and the columnar epithelial cells may show presence of cilia on their apical surface, and such an epithelium is called as ciliated epithelium. Columnar epithelium may also show presence of secretory cells, and these are called as glandular epithelium. The compound epithelium is also called as stratified epithelium. Let us now see how to draw these cells. The epithelial cells are placed on a membrane which is made up of extracellular matrix and collagen fibers. So we first draw a thick line representing the membrane and then draw the cells on them. The squamous epithelial cells are flat and irregular cells. These type of epithelium are normally seen in the outer layer of the skin, in the nasal cavity, and in the alveoli where exchange of gases can happen. The membrane is called as the basement membrane. Now let's draw the cuboidal epithelial cells. Here again we begin by drawing the thick line that represents the basement membrane, and on that we draw the cells. The cells here are cube shaped, and when we draw the nucleus, what we need to make sure is that it has to be in the center of the cell. These cuboidal epithelial cells are normally secretory in function, so they are found in glands, for example the salivary gland. Let us now see the columnar epithelial cells. So again here we begin by drawing the thick line representing the basement membrane, and here we have to draw elongated cells. So these are the column shaped cells, and each one of them is very closely packed to each other. So we draw these cells closely packed, and in these cells when we draw the nucleus, what we have to see is that they are at the base, that is towards the basement membrane. The columnar epithelial cells are normally seen in the lining of the stomach and in the intestines. Here they may be either secretory or they may be absorptive in function depending on the location. Next, let us see the ciliated epithelial cells. Now the ciliated epithelium can be either in the form of cuboidal ciliated or columnar ciliated. So here we are drawing both. We draw the basement membrane and then draw the cube shaped cells for the cuboidal ciliated epithelium and column shaped cells for the columnar ciliated epithelium. Now on both of these, on the apical surface, there are small thread-like structures present, which are the cilia. The cilia helps in beating in unison so that they can help move substances from one place to the other. The cuboidal ciliated epithelium is rare and is normally present only in the bronchioles, whereas the columnar ciliated epithelium is present in the trachea in the form of pseudostratified ciliated epithelium, and it may also be present in the fallopian tubes. Let us now see the glandular epithelium. Now again here we start by drawing the basement membrane, and here we show the columnar cells, and in between the columnar cells we show certain cup shaped cells. So the compactly arranged cells are seen here, and when we draw the nucleus, what we have to make sure here is that they are not in one row, they are placed in different layers. And again they have cilia on the cells, so we show that the cup-shaped cells release their secretion into the lumen, and these cells are what we call as the goblet cells. The presence of the nucleus in two layers makes this appear as a pseudo-stratified epithelium. This is present in the trachea.